I wanted to set my novel in a multicultural setting where Islamic Spain can be viewed. And I feel it's really a multicultural setting in terms of the people, in terms of culture. So I'm happy that the novel has been set here. The characters in the novel, you keep traveling between Gibraltar and Morocco and Spain. So these are all contact zone actually. And it's very essential to the development of the characters, to their experience in the novel. So the cross traveling really matter in the plot.
I try not to remember the end part. I always think of the Barbara that I met and fell in love with
and it keeps her
adored.
alive by speaking about her in that way.
Exactly. I mean, Barbara was an incredible lady. I mean, most people, especially in the UK, without doubt know exactly who you're talking about the minute you say her name, or they can instantly hear her laugh, that type of thing. And she was an incredible lady. She was full of life, vibrant, absolutely loved people.
I would say to grandparents, be sure you keep up with your grandchildren because they change rapidly, and the kind of lovey-dovey stuff that they just do fall for when they're 2 and 3 and 4, by the age of 5 or 6 they can be very critical of. On the other hand, if you do keep up, it's an enormous benefit both to you and to them, because one of the most surprising things I found was that teen boys said that the person they most trusted in the family was a grandparent.
Oh, that's saying something. So,
Yes.
so grandparents are doing something right.
They
Definitely.
are indeed.
I think there's one chapter in the book where I'm talking about the Qatar World Cup and Russia World Cup together, which I attended. And obviously, Russia were banned from the World Cup from the 2022 World Cup because of the invasion of Ukraine. But in that chapter, I make the point that a lot of this is actually, it's not just the history of football. It's essentially the history of modern oil. Russia basically, that invasion caused obviously a crisis in global fuel, and that directly benefits Qatar and gives them even more power as they're hosting one of the most controversial World Cups of all time. So as I point out in the book, because of that, because so many Western states were dependent on Qatari gas at the moment, suddenly the criticism of a World Cup with a lot of human rights issues was greatly lessened. And it just shows, I think, how football is used to pull all sorts of levers and has this immense power.
I've been here for 24 hours and wandering around, and the mix of everything is just so ripe for a crime series.
Okay.
Without a doubt.
What's most stood out to you since you've been here?
Just like you can walk around one corner and you've got this wonderful colonial architecture, and then you turn around another corner and there's Marks and Spencer's, so it's like being on Southend High Street, and all the different accents and languages.
And I believe you had tapas for dinner last night as well.
Tapas,
so you're really getting
cottage pie tapas. I had,
which is definitely a fusion.
I've never had that fusion before, but it's something.
I have to say, it's not something that's regularly on our menus.
No, I can imagine. I didn't see anybody eat it, by the way.